Rooted in change. In a small, bustling town named Greentown, nestled at the heart of a dense forest, a young environmental activist named Nicole found herself facing an immense challenge. The forest, known as Whispering Woods, was a sanctuary for countless species of plants and animals. It had been Nicole's playground, her source of inspiration, and her sanctuary since she was a child. Yet, now it was under imminent threat of destruction due to a proposed industrial project that would clear the woods for a sprawling factory. A whisper in the woods. Nicole had always felt a deep connection with the Whispering Woods. Her childhood days were filled with the enchanting sounds of rustling leaves, chirping birds, and the soothing whispers of the wind in the trees. She spent hours exploring the woods, captivated by its wonders. However, as she grew older, she became increasingly aware of the dire situation facing the forest. The proposed project, led by the powerful Global Resources Corporation, aimed to bring industry and development to Greentown. Their vision promised economic growth and job opportunities for the town, but at a steep environmental cost. Nicole was one of the few who recognized the significance of preserving the Whispering Woods and vowed to fight for its survival. Nicole's first step in her mission was to raise awareness. She started by organizing small, local events and engaging with the townspeople about the importance of protecting the forest. She held educational workshops, presented her findings, and spoke passionately about the fragile ecosystems that existed within the Whispering Woods. Her efforts did not go unnoticed. Local media began to cover her story, and her message started to resonate with people beyond Greentown. The movement she initiated grew, and many joined her in the fight to save the forest. Together, they became the voice of the Whispering Woods. Nicole's journey was not without its obstacles. The Global Resources Corporation was a formidable adversary, with deep pockets and political influence. They sought to discredit Nicole's efforts and painted her as an idealistic dreamer who was standing in the way of progress. The battle for public opinion was fierce, and the stakes were high. Nicole realized that to succeed, she needed allies. She reached out to environmental organizations, legal experts, and scientists who could provide the necessary research and expertise to bolster their cause. Together, they built a strong and diverse coalition determined to stop the industrial project in its tracks. A voice in the wilderness. As the movement gathered momentum, Nicole and her allies decided to take a more direct approach. They organized a series of peaceful protests deep within the Whispering Woods. This act of defiance aimed to draw attention to the irreplaceable beauty of the forest and the devastating consequences of its destruction. Nicole stood at the forefront, addressing the crowd with a voice that echoed through the trees. She spoke of the unique flora and fauna found nowhere else, of the ecological balance that would be disrupted, and the spiritual connection the town had with the forest. Her words were a call to arms, and the world listened. The protests did not go unnoticed by the media or the town's leadership. A town meeting was called, where the fate of the Whispering Woods would be decided. The atmosphere was tense, with supporters of the industrial project pitted against Nicole's passionate advocates. Nicole presented a comprehensive case, backed by scientific research and emotional testimonials from those whose lives were intertwined with the forest. The town's leaders, facing a difficult decision, recognized that a compromise was needed. A compromise that would balance economic growth with environmental preservation. A historic agreement was reached. The industrial project would proceed, but in a way that minimized its environmental impact. A significant portion of the Whispering Woods would be preserved as a protected natural area. The decision was a testament to the power of compromise and the tireless efforts of Nicole and her allies. Nicole, though relieved by the outcome, knew that the fight was not over. She realized the importance of monitoring the industrial project to ensure it adhered to the agreed-upon environmental standards. She continued to advocate for the forest, working with organizations to secure its long-term protection. Lessons from the forest. As the years passed, Nicole reflected on her journey and the lessons she had learned from the Whispering Woods. She had discovered that change was possible, even against seemingly insurmountable odds. The forest had taught her that resilience, unity, and unwavering determination could protect what was most precious. The Whispering Woods, now a protected sanctuary, flourished. Nicole's efforts had not only preserved the forest but also inspired a new generation of environmental activists. The forest had whispered its secrets and the importance of harmony with nature to Nicole, who had, in turn, shared them with the world. With the Whispering Woods saved, Greentown thrived in a sustainable and balanced way. The lessons learned from the struggle to protect the forest had led to innovative approaches in town planning and resource management. Renewable energy projects, sustainable farming, and eco-tourism initiatives became the pillars of the town's development. Nicole, now a respected environmental leader, continued her work beyond Greentown. She traveled the world, sharing the story of the Whispering Woods and inspiring others to stand up for the environment. Her journey was a testament to the power of one person's determination to make a difference. Years passed, and Nicole's name became synonymous with environmental activism. She remained rooted in the lessons of the Whispering Woods, knowing that the struggle to protect the environment was an ongoing one. The forest's legacy lived on in the hearts of those who had fought for it, and in the countless lives it continued to shelter and sustain. The story of Nicole and the Whispering Woods echoed through time, reminding the world that change was possible when one person stood firm for a cause. The forest itself whispered a timeless message, that nature was not to be conquered but cherished, and that in its preservation, humanity found its truest purpose. As the sun set over the Whispering Woods, its vibrant green canopy whispered secrets only those who listened could hear. It was a sanctuary saved, a lesson learned, and an everlasting inspiration for all who sought to protect the natural world. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. The Guardians of Greenwood. Once upon a time, in the heart of a picturesque valley, nestled between rolling hills and a pristine river, there lay an ancient forest known as Greenwood. This forest was not just a sanctuary for countless species of plants and animals, it was a living, breathing testament to nature's beauty and resilience. It was a place where the leaves rustled in harmony with the wind, and the birds sang their songs of freedom and love. But Greenwood was under threat, and its fate hung in the balance. Part 1: Awakening. In the small town of Greenridge, a young environmental activist named Maya Jensen lived with a deep love for nature. Maya's connection to Greenwood ran deep. It was where her family had gathered for picnics, where she had her first camping trip, and where her heart found solace in the serenity of the woods. She had always felt a special connection to this forest, and that connection had blossomed into a commitment to its protection. Maya was just 24 years old, but her spirit was as fierce as the forest she loved. She had always been the kind of person who questioned the status quo, and when she learned that Greenwood was threatened by logging companies, her heart sank. The government had approved a plan to clear a significant portion of the forest to make way for economic development, and the machinery had already started to hum with menacing intent. But Maya was not one to give in to despair. She knew that she had to do something to save Greenwood. Armed with determination and fueled by a sense of responsibility, she embarked on a journey that would test her limits and inspire many others. Part 2: The Call to Action. Maya began her mission by connecting with like-minded individuals in her community. She held meetings in the local library, gathering a small but passionate group of people who cared about the forest's fate. They called themselves the Greenwood Guardians, a name that resonated with their shared purpose. The Guardians organized rallies, protests, and community events to raise awareness about the imminent threat to Greenwood. They spread the word through social media and engaged in discussions with local leaders and influencers. Their determination was unwavering, and slowly, they began to capture the hearts and minds of the townspeople. Maya's charisma and heartfelt speeches were particularly inspiring. She spoke of the unique beauty of Greenwood, of the rare and endangered species that called it home, and of the importance of preserving nature for future generations. Her words were a call to action, and many joined the Greenwood Guardians' cause. Part 3: The Power of Unity. As the Greenwood Guardians continued their efforts, they faced opposition from those who favored economic development at any cost. The logging companies, fueled by profit margins, pushed back with formidable resources. Maya and her fellow activists had to confront not only the physical threat of machinery and chainsaws but also the legal and political challenges that came their way. The Guardians fought tirelessly, and their unity became their greatest strength. They organized tree-sit protests, chaining themselves to ancient oaks and redwoods that were marked for destruction. Their actions garnered media attention and the support of environmental organizations from far and wide. The outpouring of solidarity was heartening, and the movement gained momentum. Part 4: The Battle of Hearts and Minds. Maya understood that winning the battle to save Greenwood required not just physical resistance but also changing the hearts and minds of the people in power. She embarked on a journey to the state capital, where she met with lawmakers, scientists, and conservationists. She presented compelling evidence of the forest's ecological importance and the long-term benefits of preserving it. The journey to the state capital was an eye-opener for Maya. It revealed the complexities of the political system and the challenges of lobbying for environmental causes. But she refused to be disheartened. She continued to speak truth to power, and her unwavering dedication began to have an impact. Part 5: The Turning Point. One fateful day, a massive storm swept through Greenwood, causing widespread damage to the logging equipment. While Maya and the Greenwood Guardians had nothing to do with it, the incident became a symbol of nature's resilience. News of the storm spread far and wide, and it served as a powerful reminder that even the most formidable machinery was no match for the forces of nature. The incident turned the tide of public opinion in favor of the Greenwood Guardians. People began to question the wisdom of tampering with a forest that had stood for centuries. The storm was seen as a sign, a wake-up call to protect the forest, and even some of the town's skeptics began to join the cause. Part 6: The Power of Innovation. Inspired by the storm and the growing support for their cause, the Greenwood Guardians turned to innovation. They launched a campaign to raise funds for the purchase of a parcel of land adjacent to the threatened forest. Maya and her team envisioned creating an educational center and nature reserve, demonstrating the economic and ecological value of preserving Greenwood. Through crowdfunding and generous donations from individuals and organizations, they acquired the land and established the Greenwood Environmental Center. It became a hub for research, education, and eco-tourism, showcasing the forest's biodiversity and providing sustainable employment for the local community. The center served as a living testament to the forest's worth, attracting visitors and further bolstering the cause. Part 7: A Global Movement. The success of the Greenwood Environmental Center inspired similar initiatives worldwide. Environmentalists in other regions began to follow Maya's model, acquiring threatened lands and establishing centers dedicated to preserving natural beauty and promoting sustainable practices. The Greenwood Guardians had unwittingly sparked a global movement, proving that collective action could make a difference. Maya's story became an inspiration to young activists around the world. She was invited to speak at international conferences, and her passion and dedication resonated with audiences everywhere. Her message was clear: if a small group of determined individuals could protect a forest, so could others, no matter the challenges they faced. Part 8: The Ultimate Victory. As the years passed, the Greenwood Guardians' tireless efforts continued to build momentum. With the changing tide of public opinion, the government was forced to reconsider its plans for Greenwood. A new generation of lawmakers, influenced by the environmental movement, sought to protect the forest. After much negotiation and compromise, a landmark bill was passed, designating Greenwood as a protected wilderness area. Maya and the Greenwood Guardians celebrated their ultimate victory. The forest was saved, and its pristine beauty was preserved for future generations to enjoy. It was a testament to the power of passion, unity, and unwavering determination in the face of adversity. Part 9: The Legacy. With Greenwood's future secure, Maya continued her work as an environmental activist. She knew that there were many more battles to fight, and she remained a tireless champion for the environment. The Greenwood Environmental Center continued to thrive, inspiring young and old alike to cherish and protect the natural world. Maya's journey, from a young activist in a small town to a global environmental leader, was a testament to the difference one person's dedication and passion could make. Her story served as a reminder that when individuals come together for a common purpose, they can move mountains, or in this case, protect entire forests. Part 10: The end is just the beginning. The story of Maya and the Greenwood Guardians serves as an enduring reminder that our planet's beauty and biodiversity are worth fighting for. It's a reminder that the struggle to protect our environment is ongoing, and it requires the commitment and dedication of individuals like Maya to inspire change. Maya's journey, from a young activist's awakening to the ultimate victory of preserving Greenwood, is a story of struggle, motivation, and inspiration. It's a story that shows us that when we stand up for what we believe in, when we unite for a common purpose, and when we harness the power of innovation and education, we can overcome the most formidable challenges and leave a legacy of protection and preservation for generations to come. The forest of Greenwood, once under the shadow of destruction, now stands as a living testament to the power of collective action and the unwavering determination of those who refuse to give up on their dreams of a better, more sustainable world. Maya's journey continues, for the end is just the beginning of a lifelong commitment to safeguarding the planet she loves. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button to learn English through watching these kinds of interesting stories daily. Please click on the screen on any video showing on your screen to watch it next. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video till the end.